How's everybody doing today? Everybody doing good? Good.
I don't know if we've had one quite like Lamar Jackson. Led the league in touchdown pass with 36 last season. Set the all-time record for rushing yards in a single season for a quarterback at over 1,200 yards. And he led his Baltimore Ravens to a 14-2 regular season mark, best in the NFL. The sky is the limit for Lamar Jackson.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Jackson now. Quick slant to Brown. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
That's good for a Baltimore.
Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Jackson to throw. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 10 more there and another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
That is definitely what we call a defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage. Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
They'll try and run. Ingram. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now 4th down and goal. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Tucker's kick right there, it's good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip.
Ravens 3, Panthers nothing.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And no return from Cooper. Out it'll go to the 25.
5-yard line.
Bridgewater and the Panthers going to come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
And there's a catch by Christian McCaffrey, and he plays a huge role in the passing attack. He's caught over 100 passes each of the last 2 years. So he is a defense's nightmare because how do you identify him before the snap on every play? Is he a running back? Is he a receiver? Do you guard him with a defensive back, a linebacker? Whatever you do, he tends to have the answer himself and ends up making big plays.
Carolina.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Bridgewater going to give this to McCaffrey. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 48-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Bridgewater over the middle, open is Thomas. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted.
What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Ingram, the ball carrier.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
That's good.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
Tackle made by K1 Short.
2 yards on the pick.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Good catch there by Mark Andrews, who was Lamar Jackson's favorite target last year. They came in the same draft class and quickly got in sync with each other. Andrews led the team in receptions with 64 last year for 852 yards en route to his first Pro Bowl.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
It's now second.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to the running game. It's Ingram. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5.
On 3rd down, Mark Ingram. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards, but instead, offense out there. They're going for it. Here's Jackson. It fights him off, but now he's swallowed up and taken down.
That was a full-out blitz right there.
Go for it this time, doesn't work out. And the Panthers will get the football back. The D brought the house, they called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play, or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz, and in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback, no chance on that 4th down.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that was, wasn't it?
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. From the gun, Bridgewater. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
I spotted man coverage on the outside. I expect we'll see a lot of that from this defense as this game moves on. And that was a good job there, as that one was knocked away.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 28-yard line.
The MVP, Lamar Jackson, heading out again with his Ravens. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
I can't believe they even let you play.
From the gun, Jackson. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play.
10 at the 49-yard line.
And some space here. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
This time Jackson will throw it. That's into the hands of the tight end Boyle. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one goes for 24 yards.
The 14-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now a handoff to Ingram. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
And almost intercepted. If he could have picked it, maybe some space to go the other way. Instead, it's 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
And you know he wants to make the most of every carry because he competes with his quarterback, Lamar Jackson, 4 carries and yardage. But Mark Ingram, over 1,000 yards left.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
Justin Tucker.
A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25
The
yards.
Carolina offense about ready to go. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into...
The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Ravens.
Bridgewater's
Is that a fumble I just seen? Was that ball mine?
A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra
or was
period
it mine?
in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game.
I wanted to look at that. I wanted them to look at that and see if I could cover that before the ball went out of bounds.
The danger lurks while you're doing so, and there's your end result right there.
Let's see if I recover it before it hit out of bounds.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
Crud.
As a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
From the 38, Bridgewater. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
21 yards.
And that's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
Single, single. Single, single.
Bridgewater on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Pernell McPhee, always a threat to find the QB, and he gets to him there. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The big
Under pressure again, and down
I
he
love
goes
that.
again.
Thank you, number 99, for getting a sack. I appreciate that.
And that's a sight familiar to Ravens fans. Matthew Judon, a 2019 Pro Bowler, he led the Ravens with a career-high 9.5 sacks in 2019.
Flushed out right to the right side and complete to Thomas. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call.
What do you say?
We knew he was close to the line of scrimmage, and they say he stepped
Ah, he too close to the line of scrimmage, so he threw the ball anyway. So they called it.
And here's Joseph Charlton now,
Wow.
as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a little too
No,
much
no,
mustard
no,
on
no,
that
no,
one.
no,
Gets a couple yards into the
It's
end
close.
zone. A missed opportunity
They hit
there,
in the end zone,
Mark Ingram now
so I can
gears
get
up to
better
lead this offense back out there.
better
And he's well on
field
his
position.
100-yard game. He's
Yeah.
already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls
He gets a ball.
a gain of 20 and a first down.
Oh, that was good. That was incredible.
Running ability. The Baltimore wide receivers
Are you
had
serious?
1,400
Oh.
receivers combined last year, Charles.
Look at that.
was the fewest
Look at that.
yards by a wide
That was right on the
receiver in
button.
NFL since
Oh, he took it away
2011.
from him.
Partner, I expect that number to go
Oh.
up this year. Last season, Lamar Jackson got very comfortable with his tight end group. In fact, He had one
I thought that would have been a reception.
But I think now, because of his
That was
ability to run the ball,
that was just outstanding play by my receiver.
and you'll see more big plays from the wide receivers.
That was beautiful.
Big Derek Brown making the stop.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of
That was awesome.
tough guy, right?
What do you think, chat?
Make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Yeah, it was a great play, but it was a lot close. Yeah, I mean that was a good play by my receiver.
We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big body guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
He's going deep for Brown.
Huh?
Gonna be knocked.
I gotta do something. I'll be back. Alright, yo, I'm back.
Knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey, and he'll get this up to the 30.
Come on, guys, you gotta get in there and tackle that guy, man. That's a good running back. Come on.
When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes.
What do I need to do to get the motivated tackle battle better?
But you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey.
Bridgewater's pass.
Nice tackle, number 58. Thank you.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense working its way back out here for the 2-0 Baltimore Ravens, who are coming off their 14th straight regular season victory. You remember that they had the 38-6 dismantling of the Browns in the opener. Week 2 looked just as strong. 33-16 they win at Houston. And Lamar Jackson, the AFC Offensive Player of the Week for Week 1. He wasn't spectacular versus Houston, 18-24, 204 yards and a touchdown, added 54 on the ground, but even when he's not at his dazzling best, his team can still win by 3 scores on the road.
And just you putting those numbers out there and knowing that it's Lamar Jackson, we all go, oh, okay, yeah, had an okay day. If someone else's name is on those numbers, we're saying, boy, what a big day he had. That's the standard that Lamar Jackson has set for himself and for the league. This is a really good football team. And how about Mark Ingram with the clinching touchdown partner? Did you see that on a 4th and short? He goes into Wildcat, takes a snap, bursts through the middle, goes all the way in for a touch.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it
that was a cheap.
Ball, but not
that was cheap.
And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. But then the pickup on the other side.
Try to slide and he.
For a touchdown.
Quarterback.
Fair catch.
Man, that was just cold for me.
The Raven offense set
up unbelievable.
This next drive. They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Yeah, well, you run when the other team runs back a fumble return for a touchdown, that's not good.
Now Jackson. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards,
torment me,
or more rushing yards. in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And
Just want to
everybody
cry.
out of college, he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. And I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. Throwing is Jackson. Caught by Snead over the middle. And they're going to have a first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 31-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
I was going to see if...
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had a big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
There you go. For another first down.
Before he's brought down. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Boom, yeah.
Mark Ingram.
Touchdown, Baltimore. Yeah.
As the Ravens push further out in front. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never
Touchdown.
hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will make it into the end zone. And no return from Cooper. Out it'll go to the 25. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here.
You mean tell me he caught that ball?
Before he's out of bounds. That one
That's
good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First down.
First and 10. They've got 3 tight ends out there.
Okay, I give him that. That was a good catch, Joe.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line.
Come on, defense.
Linebacker Patrick
Get a stop.
Queen bringing him down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage.
Come on, defense. Get him.
Close to staying on schedule on offense.
Oh, what a neat move. Oh, come on.
And he is finally brought down at the Ravens' 8. A big play there from McCaffrey. 48 yards on the ground. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a 1st and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now because is he rewarding himself for a great run?
It's a new day.
To the goal line?
They'll try to run with McCaffrey.
Get him.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Well, actually, I'm Baltimore, so run. Get him. Thank you. I mean, not run. Get him. Blech, I can't speak.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a
Come on, defense, get a stop.
the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Nope. Thank you.
Shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And his kick is good. And they're back within a touchdown at 17-10. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And we shift our attention to Mark Ingram. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent, the blocking's been terrific, and obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half.
Hang on just a second.
From our studios in Orlando. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 39 yards there, a big one.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
And between the last two plays, they moved it over half the length of the football field.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. A handoff. It's Mark Ingram. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete.
That was a bogus. Dropped it.
Contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
On the coverage.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Makes the score Ravens 20.
Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And this carries into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. DJ Moore, the Carolina offense, about to take over once again. With them losing here in the 2nd quarter and his limited productivity so far, you'd have to think they're going to try to look to him a little bit more, right?
I would guess you would start to see maybe some quick screens, some hitches, anything to get the ball in his hands quickly and let him try to do some damage after the catch. Or maybe just flip some formations and keep him isolated where it's more of a one-on-one route and get the ball to him.
I say
Gonna get a win here. Come on.
Why not? 4 birds, one of the best routes in football. Hard to cover each guy all the way along the route.
So far, just 1 catch for him.
That's just horrible. Why? Cannot win, you know? Like, I mean, you guys can't cover anyway, or you're same form. I mean, what the heck, man?
Oh, it's a screen pass. It's complete.
Well, that's a good tackle. Thank you, whoever that was.
They'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range,
I guess I'll just run it and run out the clock. It's only 6 seconds on the clock for 2nd quarter, so it'll be halftime. So
it's a big kick.
Just get out of here with the lead.
If they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely.
Now we're in halftime.
You're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
So we reach halftime here. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter.
Justin Tucker.
The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Thank you, number 99, number 95.
Second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making
Man,
the plays that they've
can't even get pressure out this guy. I mean, he gets bought too quick.
From being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. On third down, Bridgewater. Looking left side. That's
The Housing couldn't get after him.
And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down.
Catch there by DJ Moore, who's really starting to come into his own. And he's one of that pack of receivers in the NFL now that looks like running backs and plays like that as well when they catch the football. Last year, nearly 1,200 yards receiving, 78 yards per game, and that ranked in the top 10 in the league. Expect those numbers to continue to grow.
They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. Being chased out left. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Tackle made.
Man, Lamar Jackson, we all know it, but he is just so elusive with the football.
I don't care how many times you go through tackling drills at practice and how many different situations you put guys in practice. It's not the same as trying to get Lamar Jackson on the ground. He forced 42 missed tackles last year. That's twice as many as any other quarterback.
I'm just going to run it down our throats. Run it down our throat. I'm going to run it down our throat.
Ingram again, a 1st down carry. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left them no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd.
Now it's Jackson. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. And they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation. Allows him to get home.
He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches.
Actually, that was a good call I just made.
First and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
So the awareness of knowing where the 1st down marker is not just for the offense. I mean, his defense has to understand that, too, and they gave up a huge one there.
Oh, yeah, this is one of the... And he will force his way into
Touchdown, like always.
Touchdown.
Yeah.
An 8-yard touchdown run, and the Ravens will add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Onto the field, here come the Panthers. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
He's tackled.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
To Christian McCaffrey.
They certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Hey, CD, let's peer ahead to week 3 on the NFL slate. I'm looking down at the schedule here, seeing what catches my eye. How about the Rams at Buffalo? That's a pretty good game. A couple of 2-0 teams. Dallas at Seattle. What else do you have?
Well, how about Green Bay at New Orleans on Sunday night? We always talk about quarterback matchups that we'd love to see more of. You don't get to see very often Aaron Rodgers and Drew Brees, and this could be the last time if Drew Brees indeed heads towards retirement after this season. And how about the one that's going to cap off the weekend? Kansas City at Baltimore.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, how big is that one, right? Because there are a number of us who think that this is a preview of the AFC Championship game. But I want to go back to one you mentioned, the Rams and Buffalo. 2 quarterbacks that continue to have to prove their greatness or even that they should have the job. Jared Goff with the Rams and of course, Josh Allen with Buffalo. Both of them off to really hot starts and looking good. Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion, really good pickup.
Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens.
Just what I need, a fumble for myself. Yeah.
You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot. In that time, he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it a second down.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It goes as a loss of 6, and now 3rd down. Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to him.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
Couple of third-year guys, couple of Pro Bowlers. Jackson to Andrews for the Ravens first.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Well, CD, unfortunately, some somber news across the league in week 2 coming from New England Patriots running back James White because his parents were in a car crash and his father, Tyrone, captain of the Miami-Dade Police Department, passed away in that accident, and his mother, Lisa, also sustained critical injuries. So it was obviously a tough one. James White did not play in the game on Sunday, but we did see the outpouring of support from around the National Football League and how this really is one big family.
Yeah, he was really embraced, as you mentioned, by the National Football League. We saw social posts from plenty of players around the league, including Tom Brady, former teammate of his with the New England Patriots. We saw an outpouring in terms of, other guys around the league. J.J. Watt, who played with him in college at Wisconsin. And not only that, how about his own teammates? Devin McCourty scored a touchdown against Seattle.
I am going to hold on for a minute. I'm gonna go eat and then I'll be back. Okay? I'll put it on hold for right now. I'll be back.
and ran up and told the camera, "Hey, 2-8, we're thinking about you. We love you." And the rest of the guys chimed in from there. And the Patriots organization offered to fly him home on the private jet. He stayed with his team, stayed in their embrace, and now he has to go and face the difficult task of saying goodbye to his dad and tending to his mom. But he's got plenty of support from around the league, from the Patriots, and, of course, his own family.
12 more yards there and another first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
On 2nd and a couple, Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews. Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews there to make the grab, and the Ravens will extend their lead.
A year ago, Lamar Jackson led the league in touchdown passes with 36, and many of those went to his tight end, Mark Andrews, who went to the Pro Bowl in his 2nd season in the league. He led all tight ends with 10 receiving touchdowns in 2019. Many people argue that he's Jackson's go-to guy. I say there's no doubt that that is his main target, and he goes to him again for a touchdown connection.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers about ready to take over. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. What's that word again? Symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
He's tackled.
Justin Ellis in on the stop. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of a
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Patrick Queen gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Ravens, they'll take over. This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. How do you break down his game so far? Just the 1 touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't. Not until you balance it with the error side, you know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game, but that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. We're in Baltimore, 3rd quarter action, 2nd and 10. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Ingram, the ball carrier.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Brian Burns. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. Well, Charles, I guess the only thing I can think there is they've got a 3-score lead, and they're saying, well, we're not going to lose this, so let's have some fun. I don't know why you go for it.
I think that's as good an explanation as any, and we all know that certain coaches are more aggressive than others. That call to me, the fantasy people loved it, right? Anybody who's going to touch the ball, gain yards, maybe put more points on the board, they're happy that they kept it and did that. So very interesting deal there, but I'm with you on that one. Maybe he just says, what the heck, we can't lose. Let's go ahead and keep trying to win or add to our lead.
The tackle made by L.J. Ford.
18-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Bridgewater into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd.
The Panthers on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Good defense right there. I like that. Thank you, defense.
They've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their 1st touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
This is Ingram. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
At the 35-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he'll be taken down inside Carolina's 15. A big effort that time out of Ingram. 44 yards.
At the 11-yard
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on 1st down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if you picked up the 1st down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the 1st down because in college football, the clock stops with every 1st down and actually aids the defense in that situation.
They'll try to run for the 1st with Ingram. Yeah, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
I bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
makes the score. Ravens.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Now this will make it into the end zone. And no return from Cooper. Out it'll go to the 25. Carolina getting set to take the field. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th. Didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride the offense this go-around. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
Panthers.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Bridgewater getting this complete to McCaffrey. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack.
The Ravens had a big season in 2019, but we're still looking to strengthen their pass rush. And they bring in Calais Campbell, a 5-time Pro Bowler, and he was acquired for the low cost of a...
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Matt Judon picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
He's going to look deep for more. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Wow, that was a good catch.
It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
1st and 10.
Brandon, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
42-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Buying time to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
Baltimore.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
3-yard line.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else.
He's brought
Give
down.
him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Ingram again. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
He's tackled at the...
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually get the defense back on its heels.
Baltimore Ravens.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big third down conversion. 8 yards on the pickup, but now they'll have some options on second and short.
8 yards on the pickup.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
On first down, it's Ingram, and he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd and goal, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
And no return from Cooper. Out it'll go to the 25. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back.
These balls will stay up.
They've lost this one.
So
their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
2nd and 10.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Bridgewater gets this complete to Samuel.
Bridgewater's pass.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
hang on just a moment.
In so many ways, throwing the hit. Route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 40. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Christian McCaffrey, last year's catch leader among running backs, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Throwing again, Bridgewater on 2nd and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Moore. Give him 14 on that one, and a first down.
First down, Panthers.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Bridgewater's
A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal.
The goal line. A gain of 7 brings up 2nd and goal.
A big offensive explosion.
Well, I got lucky there. They didn't score on that drive, but they had a drive going there. I don't know why they didn't call a timeout. But anyway, hope you all enjoyed the VOD. But I am done for tonight. 44-10 is the final. Baltimore Ravens. I was Baltimore. I beat Carolina. 44-10. A little bit of payback what they did to me last game. But 44-10. Defense already gave up 10 points. I didn't give up an offense a touchdown. Well, let's see here. Total offense is 720. Total offense for Carolina, 373. Rushing for Baltimore is 456. Rushing for Carolina, 123. Passing yards, 264. And Carolina, 250. And first downs, 34 for Baltimore, Carolina 18, and total yards 736, Carolina 373. Carolina had four turnovers, 5 third downs. Carolina had 2 third down conversions. Offense kicked a field goal. I didn't route any touchdowns, red zone touchdowns. I scored 5 touchdowns in the red zone, kicked 3 field goals. Penalty wise, Carolina had 2, I had none. And had most time of possession. So Baltimore Ravens defeated Carolina at 44-10 was the score. My defense did not give up a rush. My defense did not give up a touchdown in that game, but I did give up a defensive touchdown though. But they did went down the field and kick a field goal. The offense did for Carolina, but I didn't give an offense touchdown at all in that game. So it was a good game, absolutely. I hope you all enjoyed the VOD. This is it from Dustin Staples. I will probably be back on tomorrow as possible. But anyway, this is it. I will probably do some more tomorrow or either or. So should we do more? But anyway, this is the NFL Madden 2021. This is Dustin Staples signing off. Hit the subscribe bell and always hit the thumbs up. Makes me motivated to make more content. Until then, everybody, bye. See ya. Signing off.